Well, one of the things that we get to do is make a lot of new friends across the landscape in 24 hours of nothing but net. And we have been able to partner with Athletes Unlimited in a new and unique way to raise the visibility of Special Olympics and to raise some money. And with us is Hilary Meyer from Athletes Unlimited. Hilary, thank you for being
Hi,
here.
thanks for having me, Debbie. Excited.
I mean, the way this has rolled out is going to be really interesting for people to learn about and understand, because everyone knows I'm a hoop junkie, and I'm always looking for ways to empower young girls through sport and find the next. And Athletes Unlimited is a next level organization for women to play professionally. You have 4 sports: softball, volleyball, lacrosse, but my sport, and I hope yours, is basketball. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're really excited to be here. We've been Athletes Unlimited has been incorporated for 3 years now, playing 4 different sports. We just came off a terrific season in Dallas, as you know, Debbie. Yeah, we're having a great time and just giving more opportunities for women to play professionally in the United States.
I have to give a shout out here to my longtime friend, Eileen Hauser, who is like family to the Antonellis. My boys have She's watched my boys grow up. She's been a big part of our family. And she's the one that brought the idea to me about having a special event around Athletes Unlimited for Special Olympics in Texas. Can you kind of shed some light on that and explain what that, well, maybe first we should explain what Athletes Unlimited is and then explain the event.
All right, sure. So we're a network of professional sports leagues, softball, lacrosse, volleyball, and basketball. We play our seasons all in one place over the course of the year. So we just had a 5-week season in basketball. The idea is that the players are playing both as a team, and the teams are shuffled every week, but also they're competing for an individual leaderboard spot. And so at the end of the season, every season, there's a champion crowned. And when we go into these communities, Debbie, and we want to show up and support the communities and support our athletes and what they care about. And the last 2 seasons of basketball, our athletes have chosen Special Olympics as the partner that they wanted to work with. And this year, as you say, Eileen brought to us the idea of building a nothing but net shoot-a-thon within our game, around our game in March, and it worked really well. So we were really excited to have you there, Debbie. And 2 of our athletes have chosen to play for Special Olympics South Carolina as part of their philanthropic giving. I could tell you a little bit more about that, but we were excited for the partnership, Debbie.
Yeah, the partnership is exactly what I had hoped for. It was an opportunity to get some new faces in the gym. The way it was set up is there were 6 different high schools and maybe a few more that trickled in, but we had a couple of players from each high school team that would come in and would make 100 free throws so we could get our number to 2,400. And then you guys were gracious enough to let me make the free throw at number 2,400 on the main court at a timeout during one of the games. And that was a pressure situation, but fortunately it only took me 1 try. So
we had to give it to our highest percent shooter, Debbie. That's you from the 3-show line.
The Hilary, a little shaky in the knees, I can say that, because coming off the timeout was this incredible video that Kelsey Mitchell had talked about Special Olympics, and Teresa Plaisance had talked about Special Olympics. And you know, in what we do or what I do, you never know what kind of impact you could have on a student athlete while you're calling their games, or the relationships that you build through the years by covering their stories. And then I find that Kelsey and Teresa selected us. It's one of the great compliments of my life, honestly.
Absolutely. And we we have a program called Athlete Causes, where every athlete who plays with Athletes Unlimited plays for a cause of their choosing, and we have no influence over who the athletes pick. And Kelsey and Teresa both stood up and said, this is really important to me because of Debbie and the work that she's done and her inspirational story and giving in that way. So we were excited to support them. Every athlete, we matched their season win bonus and give a donation to the cause of their choice at the end of every season.
It's just absolutely remarkable, because I think I say this quite a bit on the live stream. I think teaching people the ability to give and to serve are skills that you have to teach. You can't just inherently believe people are going to understand what that means. And the giving and the philanthropic part of what Athletes Unlimited does is really important, not just to the athletes, but to the communities that they represent. Talk about how that piece came together, Hilary, because I think that's a really interesting spin on professional sports.
Yeah, it's a really critical part of our work at Athletes Unlimited, Debbie. We're incorporated as a public benefit corporation, meaning that we have a mission besides just a for-profit entity. And our mission is to bring the leadership of these athletes into the community, to find ways to raise their voices up and to give back. And so, Athlete Causes is part of that platform, where we give athletes the opportunity to say, "This is my choice on my cause. This is who I care about. This is why," and then they can tell the fans about that as well, and bring some money and some support into these nonprofits. And to date, we've given over $1 million, $1.2 million to nonprofits all over the country. I think we have over 150 now and counting nonprofits who have received donations from Athletes Unlimited. And these athletes have they're really excited about it. They're excited to show what they care about. They're excited for fans to get involved. And in this case, we had this really special partnership with Nothing But Net and our own little version of a Nothing But Net in Dallas. And we were excited to have you there, Debbie, and just a really special opportunity. And I know the Special Olympics athletes who were there from Dallas really enjoyed it as well, along with the high school teams that played with us.
I mean, we shot free throws, we played full court. Athletes Unlimited players, the basketball players got involved. It was really fun. I ran up and down and had a good time, and I enjoy that. I've been a unified partner for Special Olympics in the past, so I know and understand what that is because of my son Frankie. I mean, I've been his partner in several different sports. But Hilary, here's the thing, like, the thing that got me when I was there was the minute I stepped in the building, the setting was just incredible. The lighting, the floor, the colors, the vibe to the whole thing. And in basketball, there's 44 athletes. And of the 44 athletes, I think I covered maybe, I want to say 42 of them. I mean, because I saw them all. And there was a couple that maybe I didn't cover in college or haven't covered in the WNBA. But I was really taken back by what I thought had, and many people have thought as a myth to this whole thing, is that it's got a little gimmick to it. And there is no gimmick to the competition on the floor. The players get rewarded with points or points taken away based on their skill set and their efficiency. I absolutely was just locked in. I couldn't believe how you could watch the leaderboard and watch the players play and the numbers going up and down based on whether they made shots or whether they missed shots, or what their efficiencies were. I just thought it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and the model is really unique, Debbie. The motto is every moment counts, and it really does. Every play counts. Your team counts. The points that your team gets at every quarter and for wins in the game is really critical, along with individual performances. And what we see is that people step up. They become leaders on the court in ways that they weren't anticipating. They're competing together as a team, and they're competing with each other for the best possible performances across the season. It's a really special way to watch some really elite athletes, and the model is such that fans can be there, and they can get 2-3 games in right there on a weekend, and just bring more opportunities for professional women athletes across the country in all these different sports. It's so important for our fans and for our country, and for these athletes who are competing at truly the highest levels of their game, to just give them opportunities to play.
I found myself thinking while I was in there, that cliche about if you build it, they will come. And, I was able to, because you were kind enough to allow me to be a part of the broadcast. And one of the things on the broadcast that we talked about was, I know the WNBA wants to expand, and I understand why, but boy, this is a model that to me really has some serious legs to it that could continue to advance the game in our country, which, I'm all about advancing the game. I know you guys are planning for big things, and as you continue, like you said, you're only 3 years old. I mean, it's still in its infancy, but can you just kind of give us a small sample, Hilary, of, what you're thinking and where this might lead to?
Yeah, we're young, Debbie, but we're showing some great growth. We've expanded to 4 sports. Right now, we're sticking with those 4 sports and are hoping to be able to give more opportunities. We just came off of an exhibition tour with our volleyball athletes. They were playing different elite colleges just on exhibition this year. We've got now 2 seasons of softball, so we're hoping to see some more growth within the sports we have, and potentially be adding more sports down the line. We'll have to all stick around and see where that leads. But we're excited to grow, Debbie, and love people coming to watch and get excited about Athletes Unlimited. And for my part of the business, just staying tuned in on the social impact and how we're bringing our athletes and their fandom to the communities that we play in and that we serve across the country is just critical to what we do.
Well, I wear many hats in this event. I am the free throw shooter. I am the chief marketing officer. I think I probably am doing some things that you're doing in a similar way, trying to manage some of the social that comes with it by creating awareness and raising money so that, athletes can continue to train and compete and organize and socialize, because those are the things that I talk about and trying to help Special Olympic athletes have healthy lifestyle choices. And for your organization to understand that at its true core, from a sport standpoint, and utilizing sport to be able to make a difference and allowing me to come and participate in your event. I mean, you can sign me up every year right now, Hilary, because I hope that I can make it work on my schedule, that I could be there, because it was unbelievable to be in the building that day. So I want to thank you for that.
Well, thank you for being a part of it, Debbie. We loved having you, and it was great seeing you on broadcast as well.
Oh, I'm I'm all over the place. I love it though. But to be able to carve that out and have that time in Dallas on that weekend was really special to me. So I want you to know how much it meant to me. And as much as I have enjoyed our conversation, Hilary, and I have, because I did have a great time in Dallas, and I love hanging out with the athletes. I really did. I really enjoyed being around the players. You have a special announcement for us, and this is the part that we want to put on repeat, like over and over and over. So Hilary Meyer from Athletes Unlimited, you have a special presentation. The floor is yours.
I do. Thank you, Debbie. And we want to thank Kelsey Mitchell and Teresa Plaisance, who played through our Athlete Causes program for the Special Olympics of South Carolina, and we're here to donate $7,740 for their season on behalf of Athletes Unlimited. We're so grateful for all the work that Special Olympics does, and for Debbie's leadership and excitement in this space. And congratulations to Kelsey and Teresa, who had a great team performance all season long, and love to send this money to a great place, Debbie.
Well, I'm playing United, and there will be Special Olympic athletes around us as we accept the check presentation. Unfortunately, you can't be there, but you're there in spirit, and Athletes Unlimited is a big part of what we're doing moving forward. And on behalf of the state of South Carolina and Special Olympics, I'd like to thank you personally, and to thank you in a greater way by celebrating right now in the driveway with our check presentation. Thank you, Hilary.
Those free throws going. Thank you, Debbie.